StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Thermi and Cham on Galactic Process, the latter edition. In the bottom left side of the map, we have the blue Terran player. It is Thermi from Team Liquid. And in the top right side of the map, we have the red Zerg player. It is Cham from Root Gaming. So a ZVT for you guys between two professional players. We've seen a lot of uThermal on the channel in the last couple of years, and we've seen a lot of Cham as well. More recently, I think, than uThermal, but still, he is a recent addition to Team Root here for Root Gaming. So we'll have to see what he can do here against uThermal, who has won a major tournament recently. I can't remember which one it was. Crud, didn't he take down Polt or something? Anyway, he was great. uThermal is really on a tear right now, and we'll see how he does against the Zerg Swarm that some Terrans do seem to struggle against, especially at these higher levels. So, uThermal heading on, throwing up the barracks on the low ground here, right outside his natural base. He's putting his wall here, which makes sense. I mean, I'm not going to complain about that. And he's actually going 2 racks opener. Is this going to be... This would be interesting. This could possibly... very possibly be some kind of a mass Reaper opening here. The 2 racks, I'm not too familiar with. Might be something that uThermal is trying out here. Alright. Anyway, we'll see what happens. I mean, this is definitely not going to be a tech lab or reactor just because of the placement of the supply depot here. And it is going to be a Reaper. Okay, so Reaper number 1 is going to get a name. His name is Forest Grim. He was an outcast, expelled, and walled out of his own base after moving to Galactic Process, the latter edition. While most bio units in the Terran army are happy traveling back and forth to nearby mineral patches away, Forest braced himself to glide to the opposite coast of the map. Will he find happiness? Alright, so Reaper, unfortunately, expelled here from his own base. He's forced to go across the map. Forest Grim on his mission. He does have some friends coming. This is actually a 2 racks Reaper, not a 3 racks Reaper. This is interesting. It's almost like it's a halfway measure between 3 racks Reaper and doing a standard 1 Reaper expand. So we'll see how this works out. We'll see if Cham recognizes this a mass Reaper opening, or if he instead just expects the 1 and might not prepare adequately for more than that, because we've got double pumping Reapers here trying to kill those larvae. Anytime you can kill larvae as a Reaper, that's good. It slows down the production abilities of the Zerg player. In production are some queens for Cham. He's got a Roach Warren coming up too. Oh, so kind of an early Roach Warren. Maybe he knows. Maybe he knows what's happening here. He did actually scout this out. He sees the 2 racks with this Ling scouting at the front door. Overlord moving in 2 to confirm that information. And here we go. 2 Reapers now showing up. Boom, boom. Grim and his friends trying to take down this hatchery. This used to be easier back when they had that grenade thing. The grenade charge, whatever they had, that did extra damage versus buildings. But in this case, unfortunately, no. Not going to be able to kill the building. Some roaches do show up, getting Kitty 8 charged all over the place. And chasing them back here. Once again, Ling trying to knock down a supply depot. Reaper does stop. And it's moving across the map here to take down that Ling. And here come the Reapers. How many are there? There are 5. With 1 more on the way, and a Marine coming up too. Cham has some roaches out. He's actually supply blocked a little bit. Actually, a lot of it. 44 out of 44. I don't see any Overlords in production or hatcheries. Ravagers. Oh, Ravager taking out 1 of the Reapers. 1 of the 3 trying to hop inside the main base. There are still 2. Get in there, Queen. Get in there. Take them down. Queen trying to kill him. 1 of the Reapers very low on health. There's nowhere for it to escape to either. Oh, it was a little bit of some bad positioning there by Thermi, actually. Did not give them an out. Lost a couple drones. More Reapers inside the natural base, killing more drones. 3 of them have been killed so far. Ravager picks off 1 of these retreating Reapers. That extra range on the Ravager is so important here. 6 range compared to the 4 range that roaches have. It just helps so much against those Reapers. Also, I think they're faster. Ravager 3.85 on creep, 3.15, yeah. So Ravagers are faster, and they shoot more distancey. So that's great. That is a great thing. Good response here by Cham. 2 more Reapers trying to hop inside the main base. Can they get more stuff done? Oh man, that Ravager shot just hits, bam, killing 1 in midair. Ravagers are just your enemy if you're a Reaper. I mean, most Reaper is forced to retreat at this point. So 5 Reapers have died, 4 drones, and 2 Lings. I'm not sure if that was cost effective for Thermi or not. It is 31 to 29 harvesters. He does have a lead. He does have his expansion up as well. He is now moving into a 3rd command center. Wow, he just naked building a 3rd command center here. Very interesting, and sending a tank out for some tank harass. The Overlord for Cham does see this happening. I wouldn't be surprised to see a big group of Lings from Cham head down and try to take out this third while it's under construction, just because there's nothing here to defend it. I mean, right now, uThermal has 2 tanks, 6 Marines, and a Reaper, and that is it. He's trying to make some medevacs, which is going to help immensely. Tank on the low ground. Oh, did he actually cancel that? Did he cancel that creep tumor, or just... I think he canceled that creep tumor so the tank couldn't shoot it. Pretty smart. Is that another flying tank? Double flying tank harass out of Thermi. This is interesting. This is a really interesting build out of the Terran player. Reaper comes back around. Again, Queen's getting some shots off. Ravager's not quite in position to stop that from happening. Still four drones. Did not get an extra one there. Evolution Chamber coming up as well. And tank on the low ground harassing this Queen. 2 tanks, actually. Can they kill the Queen? No, but they kill 2 creep tumors. That's almost worth it. I mean, it is worth it. Not as good as killing a Queen, though, but still. Killing creep tumors, slowing down that creep spread is excellent. Can they actually hit that hatch? They can hit the hatchery from this position. What? I had no idea. Tank's moving onto the high ground now. There's that delay for a second. Roaches, Ravagers getting some shots off. Queens really want to kill these medevacs. Roaches on the low ground, too. Not giving the tanks a safe place to be, but, oh man, great micro here from uThermal. Desperately trying to knock down this destructible is Cham. But the tanks, they get one of the Queens. Ravager trying to throw down that corrosive bile. Nice dodge by uThermal. That's what we expect, though. That's what we expect from uThermal. Tanks continuing to shell this third hatch. I don't know what Cham can do. Cham, can you save the third? There's a spore crawler coming up for Cham. Worried about backdoor harassment, I suppose. He's trying to transfuse the hatchery. And coming away around from the bottom are some slowlings, roaches, and ravagers. And trying desperately to force a liftoff. Yes, and uThermal doesn't go far, but not close enough to harass the hatchery anymore. And that's what Cham is going for. Once again, Queen's trying to get shots off. And can they pick off one of the tanks? No, gets saved. Gets saved at the last second. Oh, gets the medevac. Carrying the tank. Nicely done there by Cham. Gets one of them, and uThermal heading away with the remaining medevac and a tank. Kablooey explosions, fireworks on those roaches. What do we got here? Another attack here coming from uThermal. Somebody asked in a previous match, how do you beat Zerg as Terran? What do you have to do? I mean, they watched a game between TLO and Cass, I believe it was, about a week ago, and just said, how do you stop that? How do you stop the Zerg from doubling their supply at like 10 or 12 minutes and just wrecking you? And the answer is continued harass. You just have to harass. You've been given a ton of tools for this. Drops, Reapers, tanks, Hellions. Use them. Use them consistently throughout the entire game. This is a pretty good drop here from uThermal, but a lot of roaches, a lot of ravagers, a lot of Queens as well. One of the medevacs is dead. Queen's doing a great job focusing these medevacs down. Can they get the one? No. Manages to escape it, leaving some Marines behind. Great hold there by Cham. Does not do much damage at all. Does uThermal, and that's what I mean, that's the idea. Is you have to continue to harass. You actually have to do damage. You have to do damage against the Zerg. Or else, yes, that will happen. Eventually, they'll have enough workers. They'll have 70, 75 workers at the 10-minute mark. And then suddenly just go max army on you with ultras with +3 upgrades, and you're in a really rough spot. So what you got to do is just keep that pressure coming. uThermal is very good at this. Killing drones, forcing the Zerg to replace drones instead of continuing to increase their drone advantage. Trying to replace it is a very different experience. And then, by the time they do manage to get their army up, their upgrades aren't as good, their army isn't as big, and you have a much better chance of dealing with it. 4th base here for Cham, under fire by Thermi, and he does force the cancel there. Nice job by uThermal. High ground harassment, too. These tanks are right on the corners, raining down fire upon the Zerg army. Can't quite reach that 4th, which was immediately replanted. Another attempt of a small drop here by uThermal with Marines, with Marauders. +1/+1 on those guys. The Queens have +1 armor. Transfuses, keeping the Queens alive. Lings showing up. Marauders trying to hold on, but no, getting cleaned out by the Lings, Roaches, and Queens. Once again, Cham manages to hold on here. It is 136 to 166 total supply. It is a Roach, Ravager, Infestor composition for Cham. Going high ground, coming low ground, and finally chasing uThermal away. But coming up to the high ground on the right side is uThermal. Trying to take advantage of what he can do. Corrosive Biles landing, getting one hit on that medevac. Not quite killing it, though. Dodged. Man, the micro here on display by uThermal is absolutely insane. Meanwhile, an attack over on this left side. Getting cleaned up. There's a huge group. The Fungal Bile takes down all 3 medevacs. Ouch. Ouch for uThermal. More Corrosive Bile landing on the tanks here. This is definitely going Cham's way thus far. Are there any anti-air? No, no anti-air that can actually catch these medevacs. uThermal cannot resist landing and getting more shots off on these roaches, doing extra damage to them because they are armored. And look at this. Cham working for chitinous plating, getting ultras, getting +3 armor, getting adrenal glands for the lings. This is exactly what uThermal does not want to see happen. He's only killed 6 drones so far, and it's 10 minutes into the game. Cham is comfortably on 4 bases right now. Yeah, that 3rd base is looking fairly sickly, but hey, if it's not dead, it's still fully functional. And here comes another push by Thermi onto that 4th base. A bunch of roaches here, but I'm not sure if it's actually enough. 3 ultras in production. Roach, Ravager, Infester. Infester's in the front line, just getting killed. Not actually throwing down many fungals. 1 fungal does go down there. Lings on top of the tanks. The lings are exactly what Cham needed here to force that retreat by uThermal. Single Marine left behind and just gets massacred there by the Zerg. 4th command center under construction by uThermal here at the 10-minute and 48-second mark. +3/+3 coming up for uThermal as well. Man, upgrades are good, you guys. Super good upgrades. Corrosive Bile landing, not quite hitting. Liberators getting mixed in for uThermal. He knows ultras are coming at some point. Oh, he sees them. He did throw the scan down and revealed this ultra that is out for Cham. Cham's taking a 5th base now at the gold here along the right side. Holding the Zelnaga Watchtower is this Marine that does scout the presence of the 5th, which is a nice pickup there by uThermal. Another drop coming from uThermal. Right side, top side, split drops, double pronged drops by uThermal. We'll see how this works out for him. What does he have to defend? Because here comes the swarm. Cham with Ravagers, with Ultras, +2 armor on all these guys, +1 attack on the Ultras and Lings. And gonna drop, gonna try to take out the 5th. Cham dropped with Marines and Marauders. That +3/+3 is not there yet, but it doesn't really matter. Doesn't even get the cancel off. Oh no, Cham, another attack up here and gets the 3rd too. Ah! Oh no, uThermal. uThermal killing 2 bases in the span of about 4 seconds there. Cham is basically maxed out. Drop inside the main now. uThermal moves the drop over to the main, kills a queen. Can they get the hive? No, an Ultra shows up. These bile groups don't not anything to do with him. And they do pick up and retreat there. I feel like I need a Spire. Cham does have a Spire on the way. He also has a Baneling Nest coming up. Another attack here on the bottom towards this 4th base. But there should be enough here to defend. No, there is not. There is not enough here to defend. Some Lings running in late. And Ultra showing up late as well. Dropping inside the 3rd. Going to try to take out this 3rd base that is hatching. They get it. They forced the cancel. uThermal's multitasking is on point right now. Just absolutely insane. Corrosive Bile's on the high ground though. Taking out one of the medevacs and actually taking out Marines too. With the high ground getting spotted there. Corrosive Bile taking out that medevac. Where did uThermal go? Was he? I think he's busy paying attention to this drop. No, lost the medevac. Lost the medevac. More Corrosive Bile. Medevac very low on HP. Going to retreat here. Cham taking his gold base back. Taking his 3rd base back. 4th base took some fire but did not actually explode. Once again, the swarm moving across the map here for Cham. He's got +2 attack on those Ultras. And that 8 armor? He does have the 8 armor. Liberator count for uThermal looking pretty good. At this point, Defender mode circles being thrown down all over the place. Corrosive Bile's trying to take them out. 1 Liberator dies. Just walking through. 1 Ultra just gets melted, though. Oh, Liberator gets that final shot off. The burning animation on the Ultras are so cool. So cool to see that. Gold base gets taken down. Ultra's trying to do this once more, but he needs either some fungal to pin this down or some Banelings maybe, or some Lings to come around the backside, because uThermal's kiting skills are world class. You see this kiting he's doing? Is very good. He's not allowing the Ultras to hit, and finally the Ultras are forced to retreat forcibly. The 4th base gets taken down. uThermal really on top of his game right now. He has killed 4 hatcheries so far, but a big attack by Cham here at the 4th base. Bam, he gets it. uThermal loses the 4th planetary fortress. Stationary things die to Ultras pretty darn well. More Corrosive Biles trying to get rid of these Liberators. 1 Liberator remaining, but I'm not sure if it's enough. More Ravagers coming in here. The Ultra count getting fairly low, though. For Cham, he's lost a bunch. He's lost 6 already. 6 already, but that's 26 SCVs killed during that 1 attack. What? 26 SCVs killed by uThermal and only 10 drones killed by Cham. It's 38 to 65 Harvesters. Cham starting to make this thing work. Yes, he's lost bases, but he's been able to bounce back. He's been able to be resilient. And it might work out for him. He's got some Corruptors in the air, hopefully to deal with those Liberators. I believe that's what that plan is. A +1 flyer attack being researched as well. And more Infestors coming in. A Destructible being knocked down. A small attack of Marines. Trying to see if there's a 5th or like an 8th base up along the top left side. There is not. They're just killing some creep tumors as long as they're here. SCV transfer. Oh, and Corrosive Bile taking down yet another medevac. A lot of dead medevacs in this game. 10 medevacs have been killed. And Thermal, how many does he have left? He's got 5. He's got 5, but he's not producing any more. Is he happy with 5, or does he wish he had more? I bet he wishes that he had more. Once again, Marines dropping. Cham trying to take a, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, like a 6 base here, just on the low ground outside of his 3rd. Can they actually stop this hatchery from... They can! 2 Marines with +3 attack can actually stop a hatchery from building. They can kill it faster than it's being built. That's pretty amazing. Another big attack here. Corruptors in the air trying to take out those medevacs, and bam, one does end up falling. Ultras taking a lot of shots to the face, though. Fungal Bile taking out 3 Marauders all at once. Some Widow Mines mixed in from uThermal now. Man, these players do not want to let it rest. There have been no chances to breathe in this game at all. uThermal's been relentless with his attacks. Cham defending very well, too. Taking out that 4th base was a nice pickup for him. And he goes all the way back home. Why are I maybe for Queen Transfuses? I don't know. +2 flyer attack being researched. A small group shows up to take out this 6th base, stutter stepping and kiting their way around this hatchery. Ultra, no! Ultra does force them to retreat there. uThermal flying on up, landing, and he's going to do some healing. Okay. Bit of a breather time. 16-minute mark. Cham heading south. He's got those Ultras. He's got those Ravagers. He has those Corruptors in the air. Some Overseers too. Is he going to go for it? I feel like it's time to go for it here before that Liberator sets up shop. Liberator flies right over the army. Luckily the Corruptors didn't kill it, although they got it now. Moving right on in. Fungal on a huge group of bio on that top side. Corruptors slowly whittling down this Liberator count. There are still like 4 or 5 of them in the air, though. The Ultras, are they all gone? Yeah, another attack. On this 6th base, bam. uThermal gets that one. Can the Zerg win this battle? The Corruptors are dealing with Liberators very, very well. Single Ultra remaining at this 4th base by uThermal, and it is totally gone. It is burning in the sky. Corruptors want to finish it off, and they do. Corruptors get it there. More SCVs dead. Cham not replanting this 5th. His attention seems to be elsewhere. uThermal trying to sneak a sneaky base along this bottom right side, but no, going to fly it over to replace the 4th base that he just lost for the 2nd time. Just about 30 seconds ago or so. Overseers trying to run home. Marines chasing them. Overseers very low on health, but still alive. Still alive. That's all that Cham wants to go for here. Banelings coming up for Cham. +1 missile attack. He's got +3 melee attack being researched as well. He's really relying heavily on these Ultras. He has lost 16 of them. 16 dead Ultras. That's insane. That is such a huge number of Ultras. Marine holding that Zelnaga watchtower again gets destroyed. That's not a great job. If your boss ever says, hey Marine, I got an important mission for you, and he says, I want you to hold that Zelnaga watchtower by yourself, don't do it. Super dangerous. Cham's going to lose his 5th base again, or 6th, or whatever it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, I'm going to say 6th. No, did he save it? What? I was counting. Hang on, hang on. They had it. Come up. Stim, attack, attack, attack. Small group of Marines and Marauders. Hatchery down to... Wow, the Ultras absolutely saved it with about 100 hit points left. Saving that 6th base, I think, is going to be a big thing for Cham. It's going to finish. It's going to be weak, but he's going to leave some Ultras here to protect it. Another attack coming up from uThermal, kiting those Ultras like a pro. Maybe trying to take out this 5th, but no, not going to happen. A ton of Ultras. Banelings are here too. Banelings using that Baneling speed roll, the centrifugal hooks. Trying to make this thing work. The Corruptors really want to kill those medevacs. The medevacs are forced to retreat, leaving these bio units alone. Run, bio units, run. Trying to focus down those Banelings from a distance. Widow Mines exploding on stuff all over the Corruptors, killing a couple of them there, but still enough to take out the remaining medevacs in the air. Coming in to kill this 4th base once again is Cham. There's nothing here to stop this from happening. The army's too far away from uThermal. Losing Overseers. Corrosive Bile finishing off that orbital command. And it's 157 to 67 total supply. uThermal starting to get mined out really badly. Some Changelings getting killed by an SCV. SCV has 5 kills. Look at this. He's murdering all these Changelings. What a play. What a play by that guy. Another drop by uThermal here. Really wants to kill this 6th base. Can he get it? No, the Ultras are here again. Lings on top of everything too. Can they take it down? Corruptors clearing out the medevacs, and that's it. A GG. GG from uThermal. uThermal is defeated. Cham is victorious, and Zerg gets the win today on Galactic Process. Wow. Incredible play there by Cham. Incredible play by uThermal. Both these players just playing their faces off here. 300 over 300 APM for these guys. Again, Cham lost 5 hatcheries. 5 hatcheries, but he only lost 12 drones. I think that was key. He only lost 12 workers, killing 44 SCVs of his opponent and killing 3 bases. So, I mean, he was right up there with that base race that he was on with uThermal. But well done by Cham. Just a great play. Great display of Zerg power. I love the Ravager mix. I love that he got Ravagers mixed in there with his Ultra. The Ultra Ravager Corruptor composition seemed pretty good. The Corrosive Vials were very much in handy when it came to the Liberators. Corruptor's good there as well. And even just in finishing off buildings like command centers and orbital commands, the Corrosive Vial came in handy there. So, whew, exciting game. I hope you enjoyed it, because that's it from me. So this has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Robert Farmer, Kayan, Matt Meermans, Hakon Marcus, Christopher, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Kith Garlow, Alexander Canaras, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estagoy, Bo Brissett, Cale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Medhadin, GMP, Sik Kupata, Pedro Batsaris, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Chang, Rajiv Bhatt, link at the top right. Thank you. Bye.